Ella's desk.
Thank you very much, Shocks and gentlemen. This was a tough series, but at the end of the day, Coast managed to ride the wave and pull out a victory and put themselves back into the LCS. We did say the LCS was a bit easier to understand. Win and you're in, and they were able to find that. But in 5 games, it looked like it was a little tough for them.
It really was, and it really came down, I think, a lot to individual plays. And now, first of all, Scumbag Zion. Support makes all the plays, gives credit to the AD carry. Daydreamin' was so good in that last game, landing a lot of really clutch hooks, making so many of those plays, forcing the Olaf ganks. Like, if there was one player that was MVP of that series, it was Daydreamin'. The dude played out of his mind great. Yeah,
and I think Fujin's really good, and he played spectacularly across the series. But you have to hand it really to Nintendude for counter-ganking every one of Corkez's ganks. Like you saw, even in the first game and throughout the whole series, anytime Corkez would try to gank the duo, Nintendude's jungle senses would go off, and he would counter-gank. And he was just really smart in his map movements as a jungler. And it got Fujin rolling, and as soon as you get rolling on Jinx, you're just going to snowball and win the game.
It really was mentioned by the commentators as well. Kobe, even Jat when he was up there said it, and Pastry Time. The comfort picks for these guys, you saw it when they were on it. The little nuances came out that you would do on a champion you played for years, and it's really what escalated some of those games for him.
Exactly, and the thing that really hurt Walking Zed here was Bishu's champion pool. In the second and third game that they lost, games 3 and games 5, he was on Katarina and couldn't make any plays. Was on kind of one of his lower tier picks, and then in game 5, he was there on Jay. So most of these games. Coast spent most of their bans banning out Bishu, getting rid of Nidalee and Gragas every single time, getting rid of Orianna a couple times there as well, and then forcing the ban on Ziggs in Game 5 so that you've got low-impact mid laners for Bishu, who is performing really well.
And that's honestly the difference between, like an LCS level top-tier mid like Shifter and Bishu, who's really good, and he played well. Honestly, he held up his own against Shifter. It was really surprising. But Shifter cannot be banned out while Bishu can, and that's a really big thing. Like, half the game is picks, and if you can just easily be taken out and made irrelevant throughout the series by good bans, that's a huge problem that they should have fixed before they got into relegation.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. We're going to send it back over to Pastry Time and Kobe to wrap up Day 2, the North American Spring Tournament.